15th of April. Happy tax day. Hey, I want to show you a chart of ES and SPY and a little bit of how I trade, hopefully to just help illuminate some ideas for you and also to take some of the mystery out of some of the trading here. And the first thing I want to show you here is two things happened on the open of the market on Friday. Is that this was pretty much the overnight high right in here. So whenever the market opens at the overnight high, I'm always suspicious that it's going to put the high in for the day. The second thing that happened is that we had a 5-day new high put in. Those like to get faded. The third thing is that we had you can see it here now, is this is one of my signals that we use for the day trading money machine that we offer, that indicated that this was an overbought situation that's likely to get faded down. And at the same time here, this is it's a proprietary money flow indicator that we built that was also coming down. And I said, look, this is likely going to be the highest for the day on Friday. And we had kind of war news drumming in the background. We had a big day, Thursday, and then it drove down, and it went ahead and hit VWAP. It didn't stop there. It drove all the way down till you got to this thing called the S2. This is standard deviation of the VWAP here. VWAP's kind of like home base. A lot of times it bounces off of this or it fails, and it did. This green arrow here is part of also day trading money machine that we have, is that people could turn this on or off. This is what we call the slingshot. And all this really told me is that this move was now way overdone. It was stretched and also hit a channel band here. This is standard deviation of market volatility. And that contains this blue line back to the purple. This contains moves 80% of the time. And this maintains or contains moves over 90% of the time. So we had a bounce into here. And I mentioned this is Europe is closing. I mentioned people, you could probably go ahead and go long here, but watch for the short at, well, for me it was 10 o'clock or 1 in the afternoon for the East Coast time, and that's what we watched here. And it got to VWAP, it pushed through, and so what I was waiting for is for it to short. So what's been happening during this whole distribution period is the end of the days people have been selling. And as soon as it broke back down again, we took a short on it, me personally, and I bought SPY puts to drive it in there. I told the people that were in the chat room, if you're trading the ES, that look to short it after 10 a.m. And that trade was a beautiful trade. It just rocketed all the way down. I closed the trade when the money flow started to turn back up, and got back up to this line here, and I closed it. Nice, almost 350% move in about an hour. And then it drove up here. People trading the binary options, and which I did. I also sold binary options on this trade too for the end of the day and closed it here. And some of the guys, I believe in the option room, was I bought this into the close here too because the move was way overdone. So there's a lot of ways in which you can make money. For me, when I day trade, is that I really only care about if money flow is getting too overbought or too oversold, or if it's stretching above and beyond volatility and volume weighted average price. It's the only way you really can trade this stuff. And it worked out beautifully. And now, I hope that helps you. Just as a summary here is that, I fade the 5-day moves all the time. I fade a breakout of the overnight high and overnight low a lot of times. I fade these slingshot moves when they come on. I look for confirmation on my arrows here and my money flow here. And then I look for certain periods of the day to make trades. Like Europe close usually gets a reversal. After 10:30, 11 in the morning my time, I look for whether we're going to skyrocket or we're gonna go ahead and collapse. And and this is why you can just make good money every day with not big accounts. You can do this with binary options. You can trade options, or you can take positions SSO and SDS and things of that nature. So those are your choices. And for people who have smaller accounts under 25,000 and worried about the $25,000 day trading rule, just trade every other day, and look for your best trade. Look for the most extreme. Like this would have been a trade you would have took short and day traded down. This is good money. Depending on what you're trading, you could have made $400 or $500 trading a SPY put here. Then you put it away and you're done for the day. Slowly build your account up, get it over 25,000, or better yet, get a futures account, or even better yet, get a binary option account at Nadex and take these trades. And you have your risk is defined, and as long as you don't get greedy and you follow the rules, you will short here, and depending on how many contracts you could have been done for the day. Okay, so you just look for those opportunities. I like these extremes on the money flow, and that helps me make money. I don't screw around anything that's pre-market, because it's just not a good enough a gauge for me. I'm not quick enough, so I just don't screw around. Now look, I'll show you SPY the same way. See, we had a 5-day on the SPY. It sold down, got a slingshot, you closed it. This could have been your put right here. If you would have bought puts here, let's just say you were lucky and you got it at 267.40, and let's say you bought the 267 put, you'd have been covering down here at 265. If you'd have bought 10 contracts, you'd have made $1,000. Okay, so just to give you perspective, right here, what I did was I just bought I bought 10 contracts of the 265s for Monday puts. I got them for 20 cents, and I went ahead and I closed them for nearly 80 cents. And just in this period of time here, I didn't expect to move this big, but I expected a fade, and I'd be happy if I can grab a double out of it, and I turn around and you pick up $600. So not a bad trade. And then I put it away. I didn't take the rebound. Some guys did on binaries. So I just wanted to show that to you. These are kind of things that you can do every day. These tools help you. And one last thing to point out here, this is called divergence. So this move here, big move up, a lot of buying in the VWAP. It kind of failed. And then you got a second surge on the money flow, and it failed at a higher price point. This was screaming divergence, saying this price probably wouldn't hold. And then, come 11 o'clock, yippee-ki-yay, there it goes down into the close. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you guys. And these are opportunities that come up every single day in the market. Oil is really good too for trading this way. And you can make some really good money with some small accounts by just trading the best setups. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.